Another reflex we see retained often in students at the Learning Center is the ATNR, the Asymmetrical Tonic Neck Reflex. It's the reflex in babies that's triggered when the baby turns his head, the arm juts out, the same side arm, and eventually, so here, and then eventually further out. It helps the baby develop strength for rolling over, again, the head, and then this side of the body can move to help the baby start to develop core strength for rolling over. It starts to develop hand-eye coordination. So head goes this way, hands here, hey, I have a hand, is what it starts to develop in babies, and eventually hand-eye coordination, awareness of their hand, laterality. Hey, I have a left side, I have a right side, and awareness of the two sides of the body, and eventually being able to cross the midline. And also near to far vision, because again, the hand is connected. And so I'm looking at it up close, and then eventually as my hands move away from me, I can track my hands moving from near to far vision. So this is the reflex that Abby has present, and she should. At 3.5 months, she's working on this right now. She's at that stage, and I don't know, parents, if you remember the stage when they discover their hands. That's where she is right now. So I'll walk in and I'll see her, and she's just like fixated on her hand right now. Well, that's happening because of her ATNR. Her ATNR made that possible. If it keeps happening as the brain matures, and if that reflex does not integrate, let's think about what that would look like. She would probably be really distracted by her hands all the time. She might have difficulty going from near to far if that doesn't properly integrate. A lack of awareness on either side of her body. So, if your head is always connected to that same sided hand, you're not going to develop the awareness that you have another side of your body. And we see that a lot of times in our students with learning, that they have difficulty distinguishing between their right and their left. They have difficulty with tracking or moving their eyes across a page, crossing the midline. Kids that don't have a dominant side, we often see that, and with the retained ATNR. We lovingly call this reflex the dyslexic reflex. Not that having this reflex will give you dyslexia, but 9 times out of 10, when we test a student that has dyslexia, they often have this reflex retained. And it doesn't mean that without this reflex, if we integrate that reflex, the child is no longer dyslexic. But with training, the lowest level symptoms of dyslexia can start to be improved.